Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Friday, April, what is it, 10th? Holy cow. April 10th, 2026. We are here to talk about horror final, guys. So this was an idea, I think this was Tia Nina's idea, but you know what it is? I think every idea that I'm not sure who it is, I'm just like, oh, I think that was Tia Nina that said that. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that to you, Tia. It's just something my brain does. My brain does certain things that don't quite make much sense to me sometimes. But yeah, I think that was, we were talking about Final, guys. I think, it was just an open discussion, just like a chill hangout. And we were realizing, oh, wow, we always, you see the Final girl streams, all that stuff. And I'm not saying no one else has talked about the Final, guys. I'm sure everyone's talked about the Final, guys, but you guys know how I like to do things here, which is to, stir up that audience engagement. So we're going to do a live tier maker ranking of horror Final, guys. I think I have like 38 in here. There are a couple I skipped because I'm like, man, I don't even know if I've even heard of that movie. So there's a chance that you're like, well, wait, what about this guy? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And there are movies on here, guys, that I have not seen. So there are plenty of these, I'm not gonna vote on any of them anyways. When it comes to the live tier maker rankings, I like, just letting you guys have the full run and everything like that. So we'll jump in there. We'll get her going. I actually, this is, I think, the first time I've made my own tier maker template. So I made the template here. So if anything's incorrect or there's somebody to blame, you can just blame me. And you're going to have 90 seconds to vote on each one. We'll discuss, all of that. We'll discuss each one as we go through. But first, I want to jump in and say what's up to you guys. Thank you all again so much for hanging out. Really do appreciate you. You all are awesome. Shout out to the Patreon members, YouTube channel members, the Death Squad mods, all that good stuff. And yeah, before we really get going and I jump in and say hi to you guys, I just want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss it when I, create a live stream mere hours before going live, which I am really in the bad habit of doing lately. And then if you're watching after the fact, thank you so much. Jump into the comment section. Let us know your thoughts on the Final, guys, here, where you would rank them, or if you just want to say like, hey, these are my 3 favorite or whatever. Maybe something wild happens in this during this stream and you want to respond to, whatever kind of hot take the audience has. So I don't know. We will find out. But before I just jib jab all friggin' night, I'm going to say what's up to you guys, and then we will get rolling. Usually I have a like a poll going up in the live chat here, and I'm thinking about putting some sort of poll out there that's just kind of asking, trying to figure out what you guys want to see next on the channel. So yeah, we'll see. We'll get everything going. If I get motivated to do that, then we'll do that. And then if you guys want to contribute to enabling my bad habits, I have a super chat goal out there, 5 super chats of $5 or more. Super chat goals are just for fun. It's just extra stuff. It's definitely not required. In fact, because of the super chat goal that was I think it was reached on Wednesday. Yeah, that's the one, on the 100th episode of Late Night with the Davey. Because of that one, we're going to go live tomorrow night. And I think we're going to talk about some news tomorrow, because I'm sure you guys have seen it. There's all sorts of stuff popping off. Ice Cream Man teaser poster, Behind the Mask 2, the return of Leslie Vernon. Everyone's talking about that. I've been very excited about this Castlevania video game because I never thought we were going to get another classic Castlevania, but I think I'm the only one here that cares about Castlevania. But yeah, a whole bunch of fun stuff to talk about yesterday as far as news. Tales from the Crypt going to Shudder, which is really exciting. As far as I know, it's not new episodes, but it's cool that it has a home, because everyone's always looking for, like, where can I watch those episodes? Spoiler alert, I think you can watch all of them on YouTube for free, but they're probably going to be in way better quality over there on Shudder. All right, so I'm going to jump in, say what's up to you guys. See, I said I didn't want to blah, blah too long. Now it's been 3 minutes. So here we go. We got Lamontre Gillard hanging out. What's happening, Lamontre? Great to see ya. Antonis Andriotis, one of our great channel members. How you doing, sir? Welcome on in. Adrian James. What's happening, Adrian? We got Paula Fitzhenry. How are you doing, Paula? Is that Tom Arnold? Kind of looks like him. I think it's supposed to be Chief Brody. That's who I think it's supposed to be. You're talking about the police officer there? It's so funny you say, is that Tom Arnold? And my brain immediately went there. We got Linda hanging out, one of our great channel members. What's happening, Linda? Great to see ya. We got Lenny kicking it with us. What's happening, Lenny? Hope you're doing very, very well. We got Paul PH Track in the house. What's happening, Paul? Mr. Hot Flesh 66. Hello from Buffalo, New York. What is it like out there? Cold one day, hot the next. What is April like out there in Buffalo? It's just been hotter than hell here. We got Tia Nina jumping on in. If my computer will play nice with me, let's see here. Maybe it won't. Maybe we're frozen for good now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for whatever. Oh, there we go. Tia Nina, welcome on in, one of our great channel members. How are you doing? We got Kevin Ketchy hanging out, another one of our great channel members. What's happening, Kevin? Great to see ya. We got Sean G. What up, G? How are you doing? Always a pleasure, my guy. Always a pleasure. We got Steph, aka Skittles. What's happening, Steph? Welcome on in. Theron the Brutal says, what's cracking in duders and dudettes? Nothing much. Nothing much. Theron, did you vote over in Discord? Guys, we're going to watch a movie over on the Discord later, and we've got a poll going. Steph, go ahead and make fun of me. You know, it's P-O-L-L. It's a little bit different, but, you know, you can go ahead and make fun of me. Whatever. I can take people talking shit. Okay, so right now, guys, the options over on Discord, we're going to watch a movie after the stream. Queens of the Dead from 2025, Village of the Damned from 1995, Body Parts from 1991, and Hellraiser Bloodline from 1996. Right now, Queens of the Dead is winning 5 votes to 2, so it's a very tight race. I'm super intrigued to watch Queens of the Dead whenever I get around to it. You know, created by or directed and I believe written by Tina Romero. I don't know if she has the sole writing credit, but she's George Romero's daughter. And that's kind of all I need to get me to watch it. I actually watched the first few minutes of Queens of the Dead months back. For whatever reason, I couldn't finish it, but it was pretty funny within the first few minutes. So anyways, that's the one that's winning. If you're not over on the Discord yet, there is a link down in the description. You can join us there for free. And we like to watch movies and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes we watch movies that are traumatic and we bond over that trauma. Oh my God, Black Candles. I'm still trying to figure out who the community member was that recommended Black Candles. I want to thank you and like scream at you, but maybe put a pillow in front of my face. So like, I don't want to hurt anyone's ears or feelings or anything, but I have to shout at somebody about it. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry, Steph. That sucks. It won't try. It's just getting too hot. You got to take it out of that case. You got to take it out of that case. Put it in get some sort of container with ice in it. You know, put a Ziploc bag over the ice or saran wrap and then lay the phone on it. I'm just like making that all up right now. The Ronster, Theron the Ronster. Oh, let's see what else we got going. I swear we're going to get going here, guys. Just want to say hi to everybody that's joining us here. We got Cosmic Urgency. Is it 8 p.m. in Davey time yet? Yeah, I was a little bit late, guys. I'm sorry. I'm always a little bit late. You know how it is. I like seeing you guys jump on in here and say what's up to each other and all that good stuff. We got Christine hanging out with us. What's happening, Christine? Welcome, welcome. We got MAGA Cat in the house. What's happening, MAGA Cat? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Oh, let's see who else we got in here. Tommy Jarvis is the final boy. Well, he is in there, and I picked my favorite version. So there we go. We got Jamie Hart, the original Death Squad mod, and our Mama mod hanging out. Another one of our channel members as well. Thank you so much for joining us here, Jamie. Hope you are well. She says, where's the beef? I heard there will be steak at this party. Oh, there's going to be some meat. There's going to be some meat involved. That's for sure. Let's see who else we got here. He's in there. I got him in there. I've not seen the movie yet, but I got him in there. Carrie Craves Cinema hanging out. What's happening, Carrie? Another one of our great channel members. And Carrie is a content creator as well. Go show her some love over there at Carrie Craves Cinema. Let's see who else is jumping on in here as I crinkle my nose. We got Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music. What's happening, Corey? Hope you are doing well, man. Thank you for the shout out earlier today during your stream. I do appreciate it, and I very much appreciate your Chill Friday streams. It is amazing. And you know what, Corey? Thank you so much. I was listening, because you were talking about the variety here on the channel. Guys, if you don't already follow, I do it like this is the direction it is on my computer, but actually I need to be like a weatherman. If you don't follow Wilkie's Movies and Music, go check out Corey's channel there. Every Friday he does just like kind of a chill catch up and chat. He does panel streams with other content creators. So, he's sort of peppering in and out as far as just stuff that's like focused right on the audience, and then stuff that's more like informative, people chatting about movies, etc., etc. And Corey, you were saying like you like the variety over here. Really, dude, it's like I will get bored if I don't. And I want to have, I'm just like, I will let myself have one stream a week where I do kind of like what you do on Fridays, where it's just like the chill horror hangout, like whatever you want to talk about, no agenda. And then, peppering in stuff like this and all that other stuff. So just want to keep that engagement up and keep giving the folks something new. Can't, as much as I really could talk about Scream like every day. In real life, I could, gosh, what was I saying? I totally just lost my train of thought. I have no idea where I was going with that sentence. Corey, I am so taken aback by your appearance here that I've just lost every little thought. I was saying something about something. Something about something? I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me. Cody Decker says, when are you going to do Final Pets? That's next on the list. There's not many. In fact, that'll probably just be a short. Does Gordon make it in the final chapter? I don't know. I guess there's Jason the dog from not Dream Warriors, but Dream Master. I think Jason lives. Oh, Jason lives. Jason lives. I know. I've just been saying Theron. Yeah. Oh, don't I know it. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We got Papa John Loves Trash, one of our great channel members. What's happening, Papa John? Welcome on in. I can't believe I'm like, what was I saying? And I lost my complete train of thought trying to say something there to Corey. That is a rarity, guys, where it literally, the idea just goes, goodbye. Goodbye. We got Billy Judd hanging out. What's happening, Billy Judd? Yeah, they'll probably do that. That's coming. It is coming for sure. We got Paul dropping a $5 super chat. Didn't even want to say anything. He just wants to show a little love. Thank you so very much, Paul. Really do appreciate you. Ryan Michael dropping a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Ryan. That's my good buddy up in Portland. So good to see you, bud. Hope you're having a good Friday night here at work. Let's see who else. Rainy and in the 60s. I would love that. I would love that right about now. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing anybody else here. Just want to make sure. Oh, hey, look at this. Gorley hanging out over on Twitch. Yes, guys, I just started streaming over on Twitch. In fact, I'm kind of curious to do more on Twitch because you can just straight up like listen to music over there. It's totally different setup here, or setup than over here on YouTube. So I might try some different stuff out over there. Gorley, thank you so much. I think you're the first non-bot to comment. And I don't know, maybe you are a bot, but maybe not. I'm over on Discord as well. The link is in the description below if you want to join the Discord server over there. We got Joe from Media Poop Shoot, one of our great channel members, hanging out with us. What's happening, Joe? Man, maybe I need to add that one to the list. You just made the list. Okay, let me see what is on my shirt. It's like a bunch of condiments and stuff. It's like a barbecue shirt. It feels appropriate. because it's so hot lately. So yeah. Okay, and nobody else. It doesn't look like. I'm not sure anybody's not a bot, right? You just never know. How do you guys know I'm not a bot, right? And maybe I am a bot because I lost my train of thought. I know I was talking about wanting to do things different. Oh, I was saying I could talk about Scream 7 every day. Oh yeah, I could totally do that. But for me, I need to shake things up. I think that's what I was saying. I don't know. It was not even that great of a point. Okay, anyways. Let me get a banner coming up here. And what is the banner going to say? Horror. Final guy tier ranking. Boom. Is that good? Is that appropriate? I think that's appropriate. Damn. There we go. All right, guys. I think we're all set. Is it a cult called the Black Candle Cult? I am in that cult as well. Thank you so much. Sometimes it's weird, guys, depending on what color I'm wearing. And believe it or not, the light behind me is purple. It looks blue, or at least to me, it looks blue on the screen. Depending on what color shirt I wear, it can make me look super pale or I don't know. It's a stupid vanity thing that's not even very important. Dude, Paul, did you peek at the list? In fact, what am I doing? I have to share this with you guys. I have to share it with you guys over here. Okay. So vote on tier maker here. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to put vote here. There we go. Boom. I think that's the right thing. Is that the right thing? I don't know. You guys click it and tell me. Where did that even go? Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be the right link. I'm going to pin it in the chat. Okay, guys, so you'll have 90 seconds to vote on each one of these final guys. And we'll just sort of chit-chat and bullshit about them as we do our thing. How does that sound? Are you guys pumped? Are you primed? Are you ready? Everybody caught up with each other and said hello? I'm going to love some of these super chats over on the YouTube side while I'm over there. I see ya, Jiggy. How are you doing, bud? Let's see. There we go. I don't know if it's going to let me like the other one. I don't think it will. Okay. Let me jump back on over here and grab that super chat really quick. Jiggy says, I could be an android. I could be a lion, or I could just be awesome. You could still be, you could be an awesome lion or an awesome android. Yeah. I am not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny your awesomeness, Jiggy. Thank you so much for the $5, and thank you so much for kicking it with us. Hey, I'm glad that you guys are digging it. It felt appropriate because it is barbecue weather here already. Okay. Yeah, an android lion. My boyfriend is a bot. That's the way to go. A lot easier to deal with, way easier to deal with than actual people. Any actual people. All right, here we go. Let's good. Is he in there? I don't know. I don't think he makes it. I actually, you know what, guys? Clay is not in here. I don't know how I missed that one. I don't know if I can add him after the fact. I don't think I can. Anyways, we're just going to roll without Clay. Just leave me alone about it. Now, technically, he gets grabbed by Jason at the end, so he's dead just like Paul from part 2. So, okay, cool. You guys got everything pulled up. I think I'm going to go on over here is the place to be. Can you guys still see me? Hi, everybody. I'm so tiny. All right. And then there we go. I should have had that pulled up already. All right, here we go, guys. We are going to get this rolling. We are starting with Alex from Final Destination. And really, I think they just do these alphabetically. Yep, that's what it looks like. Because I named each one of these either after the character or after the film. So, okay, let me just make sure it looks good to you guys over there. Perfect. Horror final, guys. Are you guys psyched? Are you ready? Tia is ready for the sausage party. Love it. I need some of those rechargeable batteries. Oh, are you talking about naughty business? Is that what you're talking about? Ryan, We don't do that here. We talk about all the naughty shit over on Discord. Come on. Come on. Hey, if the sausage is tasty, you know what I mean? Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. Jiggy says, now I'm going to say what YouTube wouldn't let me super chat. Good evening, Death Squad. This just in. New pipe on a rope. Wash with it once. Go straight to heaven. This just in. New pipe on a rope. Wash with it once. Go straight to heaven. New pipe on a rope. I don't know what that means. But I wonder why they wouldn't let you say it. Too many words, or they didn't like death in there. Maybe they didn't like death in there. Fucking YouTube. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. We are going to start voting on Alex from Final Destination. Let me run down the categories for you before we get rolling here. Horror Final, guys. S tier, we're looking at You're My Hero. That's your number one. That's your the best of the best, right? The people, the final guy that you believe would actually rescue you. And not only would he live, but you would live as well. So keep that in mind. All right. Close, but no cigar. So these are final guys that are like, they're pretty damn good, but like, do they really have what it takes? Could they survive any other franchise? Are they a one franchise kind of final guy? Or do they have the acumen, the athleticism, the intelligence to survive more than one? Yeah, I don't know if they do. If they're close, but no cigar, they probably don't. Something to consider. Lucky to be alive is like, dude, you are just the final guy by happenstance. Like the chips fell where they may, and you just happen to live. And maybe some of these final guys, maybe they got a final girl with them. You know, it was a tandem thing. So not trying to take away anything from either of them, but a little easier to survive if you've got a buddy. So lucky to be alive. Who are you again? That category is self-explanatory, right? Like, what? No one's talked about this movie in how many years? Who's this person? And then this guy is the worst. Like, oh, this final guy, what's going on? What's going on with this final guy? You know, he's wouldn't survive any other movie. He survived this one movie because it's probably PG-13 or maybe it's a remake. Clay, I'm looking at you. But that is our bottom tier category. So let's go ahead and get this rolling with Alex from Final Destination, and we are going to start voting now. There we go. Event has officially started. Link is pinned in the chat, guys, if you want to vote, and you missed the link when it flew through the chat there. Oh, it's supposed to say Pope. New Pope on a rope. Wash with it once, go straight to heaven. That is dirty. That is dirty. Ben Grimm, what's happening with the eggplant emoji? Damn. Dropping it right there. We are talking final, guys. Yeah, I said I wanted some meat. Sausage qualifies. Mama's hungry. Damn, Jamie. All right. Okay. You guys. Usually I'm the one that makes things uncomfortable enough. I appreciate you guys bringing it. I do. I really do. Family is here, and I have to put down the phone for a minute. Much love, y'all. I'll be right back. You got it, Joe. Take care, buddy. Let's see here. We got 20-some seconds, about 22 seconds left. Alex is lucky to be alive. And yeah, he doesn't make it, much further now, does he? Killed off screen in a newspaper article. Yes, it's true. But he did make it through the one, so I totally get why you guys have him where he's at right now. 5 seconds left on the vote for Alex from Final Destination. And there we go. Okay. Weird. We're doing I thought it was going to go in alphabetical order, but it went from, maybe it's going to go back and forth. So it went from the number one A and then it went to Z. This is Zeke from Spiral. A Saw story or whatever they call it. I don't know if they call it. What do they call it? Is it something else? Is it Spiral : something? Does it have like a subtitle? I have not seen this movie. I've not seen most of the Saw movies. I think I've only seen the first 3. We got Chris Rock here as Zeke, our final guy from Jigsaw. So I'm just going to get that going. I just wanted to pause it just to make sure we had a brief moment there between the two. But Alex landed in lucky to be alive. So there you go. We starting things off with a C and starting things off with a D so far. And guys, we are going with most vote, not average vote. I've found that when we do average vote as the option here, that everything just ends up literally in the middle. It averages out way too much. There's not as much disparity between the two. Let's see here. I voted You're My Hero, says Billy. There we go. Gory Tiger hanging out. What's happening, Gory? Great to see you. Ooh, yeah, sausage links and the link for the tier maker as well. Episode 2 of season 3. After the movie, I went on an Internet Archive and looked up a bunch of magazine art. Ah, gotcha. Oh, you're watching the Twin Peaks. You guys are catching up about that. Yes. It's very important. It's very important. Is that what it is? Death by brick? A swinging brick hit Alex, whatever his last name is. Man, Brian, welcome on in, man. Great to see you. Should we eventually get an official final guy for Scream? It's strange, right? I mean, I guess Randy counts in Scream 1, kind of. You know what? He doesn't, though. I'm gonna pause this and we'll have a discussion as to why. Because I know some people would be like, hey, if you're a guy and you survive a horror movie, you should automatically be a final guy. I don't think Randy does enough to be a final guy. Like, he's a really fun character, and I love the character. That is not what this is about. But Randy's purpose in the story is to, like, be comic relief and explain the rules and everything like that. If he were a bigger part of that last bit in the third act, you know, if he actually put up a fight, you know, did something to help Sydney, help Gail, like, I would consider him there, but I don't. And I guess you could say Cotton from 2, but then it is one of those things where it's like Gail lives, Dewey lives, Sydney lives, Cotton lives. Do you count Dewey in every one of these movies? It's just not the same. I don't know how to explain it, guys. It's just kind of a feel of whether or not somebody is like a final guy. Are they actually like doing the do? Spiral from the Book of Saw. There we go. A Star Wars story. That's what I was leaning into. Okay, let's go ahead and keep this going, guys. I know that you're all waiting with bated breath. This is Tommy Jarvis from Jason Lives. He is in 3 of the Friday the 13th films. Right? And if you count Never Hike Alone, he's in 2 of those. Or yeah, 2 of those. So there you go. Let's go ahead and open up the vote here for Tommy Jarvis. Now, you're not just voting on the Tom Matthews version. I guess you're kind of, you know, you don't have to pick the version I've picked here. I do think this is the most heroic version of Tommy, for obvious reasons. And I'll let you guys vote away. Zeke from Jigsaw from the Book of Saw got, who are you again? So, yeah, I think pretty appropriate. That is a movie that, even though it's Chris Rock, it is one of those things that's like just sort of forgotten in the sands of time. Yes. Yeah, I never saw it. Haven't heard great things about it. Carrie says it's okay. All right. I will trust Carrie's judgment on that. If I'm going to watch the whole series or catch up on the whole series, I've got to watch it, you know. Keep Zeke's name out of your fucking mouth. Oh, I love the Will Smith reference there. Smith's Grove Sanitarium, aka the Oct, I believe. Really amazing Michael Myers cosplayer there. All right, guys, let's see how much longer we got. About 15 seconds left on Tommy Jarvis, who is right at the top of the heap right now. Brick fell off a building. So terrible. It's like I want to count him as a final guy. He just doesn't really fit the criteria. You know, he gets pwned by Ghostface and just like gets left for dead. It's almost like Ghostface doesn't even care enough to kill Dewey until Scream 5, you know? But I hear you, Linda. Here's where I fucked up. If I'm going to concede on any of them, Dewey, Randy, or Cotton, I should have put Cotton in there if it's going to be one of them, right? That's what makes the most sense to me. Or Mark Kincaid from, so 2 of the characters from you know, Scream 3. Well, I guess Cotton's in Scream 2 as well, and the original. Exactly. He was just lucky. Okay, guys, so Tommy Jarvis right up there at the top of the heap. 8 votes in You're My Hero. We'll go over all of that later here. We'll do a whole post-mortem after the tier maker. So let's just go ahead and keep things rolling with Sean from Shaun of the Dead. I don't want to like sway the stream too much. I think Sean's fucking awesome. Like, I think he's really capable. He shows a lot of growth during, there's a great, the cool thing about Sean is like Ed doesn't have character development really, right? He gets to stay the same. Sean has character development. He still has all that love and silliness for his friend, but he grows up in other ways. So it's cool to have those characters sort of tied together throughout the whole movie. And I think Sean like really steps it up when push comes to shove. And like, you just wouldn't expect it from the hungover guy, I guess. You definitely count. I'm so sorry, Linda. I screwed up. It is nothing done personally against Dewey there. About 30 seconds left, guys. Just so you know. I thought Wes might end up being the main character. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That guy was in a whole bunch of movies back then for about 2 minutes, wasn't he? He sure was. It is a long-ass title for a Saw movie. Yeah. It is. It is. Okay, let's see where we're at. We are wrapping things up with Shaun, whose last name I do not remember from Shaun of the Dead. And boom, there he is. He's in You're My Hero. Oh my goodness. This is a really badass final guy here. Seth Gecko from Dusk Till Dawn. I believe, what is this, 96 when this came out? 97, somewhere right around there. I think From Dusk Till Dawn is so much damn fun. It is like a comic book come to life. It's very like big time vibes of stuff like Dead Alive, even Return of the Living Dead, like zombie movies. For a vampire movie, the vampires are very different. It's got a zombie movie feel. And even though it doesn't feel like Dawn of the Dead is like, when I think comic booky, like horror movie, Dawn of the Dead is like the first thing that pops into my mind because it's so, action, pulpy, comic style. So look at that. Seth Gecko has pushed to the front of the class here, in front of Tommy Jarvis. Yeah, I think this is one of, I really dig Clooney in the role here. And, man, I just think From Dusk Till Dawn's great. He's got some of the funniest moments at the end of the movie when they finally break out of the bar and Cheech shows up, one of the 3 or 4 characters that Cheech plays in the movie. He shows up and he's like, what were they, psychos? And Seth is like, psychos? Psychos don't explode when sunlight hits them. I don't care how crazy they are. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are. One of my favorite moments there in that movie. All right, so there we go. I'm going to pause it for a second. Seth Gecko takes the lead over Tommy Jarvis. Maybe that's because more people are here and voting. Or maybe it's because the ladies got a little bit of a thing for George Clooney. I've never heard of that before. Is George Clooney supposed to be physically attractive and or sexy? I can't quite figure it out. I can't. I actually think Wes was a pretty damn good character. I think that actor is bland as all fuck. I've seen him pop up in a couple things and I'm like, dude, you are like white rice or chicken with no seasoning. Like he doesn't bring much. But I thought the character, for what we're given for the character, I liked Wes okay, right? Didn't want to see Sheriff Judy. Didn't want to see her son get killed or anything like that. Okay, let's see here. What else you guys got going? Clooney's best role. Yeah. I mean, he was in some good shit back then, but I think he feels really natural in this one. Yeah, best role is Batman. Was he not before? I just figured he always was, right? I just figured he always was. George Clooney is absolutely a sex symbol. Just a little bit of a sex symbol. It's true. And this was probably when he was like at his sexy peak, like right around there. Like he's older, not too old. I'm not saying, I mean, whatever. Everyone's taste is different. I'm just saying. Okay, let's go ahead and continue it. What is this character's name? Some of these characters, like, I can't remember their names. I know it's something with an A. Oh no, it's Paxton. So there's an A in there. Paxton from Hostel, guys. I'm not the biggest fan of the first Hostel movie. I actually think the sequel is more interesting. I know. That's weird. I've seen the original twice, once in the theater and then once a few months ago, and I've only seen the sequel once, but I enjoyed the sequel more. just seemed to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit quicker. I can appreciate that the first movie has to set things up, but it was it felt like a lot of wasted time in that first movie. Yeah, but what can you do? What do you guys think of Paxton? He's pretty damn capable, man. He has like some really awesome moments at the end of the movie, especially. Let's see here. Fair enough. It's the neck tattoo. Yeah, and it spills over onto his arm. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. No, but he's got the whole thing. It's the entire package with George. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest. He's just a handsome guy. We can admit it. We can admit it here. Scrawny motherfucker with a cool style. Oh my goodness. Who are you guys talking about now? The Wallows. I don't know if I've seen the Wallows, or is it a band? Are you guys talking about boy bands again? Less than 10 seconds left to vote on Paxton from Hostel. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Paxton ends up in Close But No Cigar. No shame in that, brother. No shame in that at all. Okay, we've got, I believe it's Pat from Green Room here. I just watched this movie for the very first time a couple days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. I don't even remember anymore. My life's a complete wreck, so I don't even know what day is what or what hour is what. But I thought Green Room fucking kicked ass. And after, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but there's something that happens in this movie, and I was so shocked. I mean, I guess I'm spoiling that he's a final guy. Something happens in this movie. I was so shocked that it ended up, everything like panned out the way that it did. That's as like vague and as specific as I can be without, spoiling anything or anything like that. So there we go. Pat from, I think it's Pat from Green Room. Let me make sure. I'm going to make sure over here. You got 30 seconds left, guys. 30 seconds left. Let's see here. Yes, it's Pat. Pat from Green Room. All right, 20 seconds left, guys. I'm going to jump on over here. What's happening, Princey? Welcome on in. We got Carlos Danger says, when are you going to tell everyone about me? I don't know. I don't know who you are. That just looks like a picture of me. That's very creative. That's very creative. We've got those are my favorite kind of trolls, I think, are the ones that impersonate other people. I think those are my favorite trolls. There we go. All right. Let me just take care of that. All right. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just need to do a little house cleaning there. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. I've never seen Witching and Bitching. Never seen that before. Yeah, gee. No, you're exactly right. Blue Ruin, that popped up right away. And oh my gosh, guys, I've totally lost it because of the troll. Thank you, Trolly. You are amazing. So, guys, about 30 seconds left for Nick. Is it Nick from the House of Wax remake? Is that what this guy's name is? Please tell me I'm right and it's Nick. Yes, I tried my best to remember all these guys, but there's so many. So I just saw that. I'm going to start the timer again, guys. And really quick, Pat from Green Room ended up in You're My Hero. That's fucking great. That's I'm kind of surprised, but I love it. Okay, so we've got Nick from House of Wax in Close But No Cigar with about 20 seconds left or so. There you are. And yeah, guys, House of Wax from 05 was, I thought, pretty damn impressive. Yeah. Oh, no, you're totally cool, Jamie. I just wanted to make sure to do a couple other things just while we were there and while the name was in the chat and everything. So you're all good. I think there's a couple things that I can do, and I'm not sure that that you are able to. So I just wanted to take care of that. Okay, so I know that you're all good on timing people out and deleting messages and everything. I just wanted to make sure to take the next steps there. Jigsaw dropping a $5 super chat, and he says, He says, there we go. That's something random. There you go. Thank you so much, Jiggy, for the 5. Let's see where we are. Did we reach our super chat goal? Oh, no, we haven't. We're very close, though. And you know what, guys? If we don't reach it, everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. It's just for fun. It's just for fun. Okay, let's see here. I see Ben saying he's a good brother. You're talking about Nick? Yeah, I thought he was, dude. House of Wax 05 is really, really good. I was surprised. And Jamie was talking about the other night, you know, wanting a remake of Tourist Trap, and House of Wax 05 kind of gives us that. So it works on a couple different levels. I really dig it. I really dig it. Okay, let me jump back on over here, guys. We've got Mike from Phantasm. Mike from Phantasm. I put a pause on it, but there we go. I'm opening it back up. About 50 seconds left on the voting. As of now, Mike is in You're My Hero. That's amazing. I love seeing that. This is a franchise that I have to revisit. I think I've only seen the first 2. So I think I've seen the first 2 and then everything else after that. And it's been so long. This was like late high school, probably, when I saw it. So it's been, you know, closer to 30 years than not. So Phantasm is one of those series that's got to go back on the list, and maybe something I should be talking about here. I'm not sure. And then just to catch up on Nick from House of Wax, he went in close but no cigar, right there, ahead of Paxton. So he's first place in the second tier. And about 5 seconds left for Mike from Phantasm. What's it gonna be? Let's see what we got. And with 10 voters, he goes in close but no cigar. And then we've got another Mike. This is Mike from the Belko Experiment. I think that's what the movie's called. I have never seen it. It's been recommended to me on this channel. If the person that recommended it to me is here, I'm so sorry. I've not watched it yet. But here's what I can do for you. And I have been doing this lately, guys. I can promise you. I am adding it to my Letterboxd watch list. I've got over 50 movies in the watch list now. I think just the other week it was like 15, and I'm like, screw it. Every time somebody mentions a movie, I'm just gonna throw it on here, and then that way I don't have to remember, you know. Okay, so there we go. Belko Experiment is officially in my watch list. Letterboxd wants to sign me out like every 2 minutes. It's hilarious. 30 seconds left to vote for Mike from the Belko Experiment. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm going to pause it after this one and catch up with you guys a little bit. Oh, you can ban me. Okay. Well, I wanted to report. So I reported as well. Oh, we're reaching it, says Sean G with a $5 Canadian. Thank you so much, G. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, brother. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. I hope we're bringing a smile to your face here on Friday night. Really do appreciate the $5. Appreciate the support all the time, man. The being a channel member and throwing down the super chats. You guys are amazing. Correct that whip. All right, I'm going to pause it for a second here. We've got another. Is this another mic? How many mics do we got in this place? Michael from the Lost Boys. I'm going to throw in little brother there too. You know, I feel like Michael is more of the final guy here because he is like, you know, brought to the brink of total seduction and then is able to pull it back and save himself. And, you know, by way of that, save his family and I guess, you know, Santa Cruz or whatever they call the place. I know they're in Santa Cruz where they filmed it. So I'm just rolling with Michael, but I picked this picture just in case you want to throw Corey Haim's character in there. I can't remember. Is his name Sam? You guys let me know in the chat, but we're going to go ahead and get that rolling. Michael and little brother. And let's see here. Oh my gosh. Mike from Belko Experiment right up there next to Zeke in Who Are You Again? So no one's bottom of the barrel quite yet. How about that? Not quite yet. We got I Like Scream and Ice Cream in the chat. What's happening? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yeah, I don't think no one's doing that. No one is doing that. We got Ryan Michael with a $4.99 super chat. Says, okay, trolls, get back under the bridge. Thank you so much for the $5. Really do appreciate you, Ryan. And yes, guys, we reached our goal, I think, 1 super chat ago. So thank you so very much. Really do appreciate all the support. Let's see what else we got going on here. Mike and Sam. Okay, cool. So I did get it. Well, because we're doing final guys, right? Santa Clara. Gotcha. Didn't they shoot it in Santa Cruz, though? I think they did. Yeah. Lost Boys is goated. It certainly is. Yeah. Cosmic Urgency swooning. Less than 10 seconds left to vote, guys. Less than 10 seconds left. All right, there we go. I'm gonna put a pause on everything here. So Michael and Sam from the Lost Boys taking over the #1 spot, pushing Seth Gecko, George Clooney's Seth Gecko, right out of the mix. How about that? Amazing. All right, guys, coming up next, I think this guy's name is Marty from Cabin in the Woods. Dude, this movie is so much fun. I don't know if it's got, it's got decent rewatchability. I've watched it a couple times. The first time is absolutely the best because it just sort of works in that really fun Joss Whedon kind of way. I don't find myself like wanting to go back to Cabin in the Woods very often, but I don't have bad things to say about it, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense? So let's see where Marty ends up. He's sharing it, and technically the whole world ends. I mean, he's a final guy until Armageddon. I think that counts. If Clay died because of Armageddon and not because of Jason in the 2009 remake, he would have been on here. All right. Let me see what you guys got going on here. Oh, nice. You're doing a double feature. Exit 8 and Faces of Death. I hope you have a blast. I'm very curious about Exit 8. I really love the music for Faces of Death. I was hoping for more from it. But that's all I want to say. I'm not going to dive in too much. I don't want to, harp on it too much or anything. Marty is pretty rad. I mean, I immediately resonated with him, right? He's the, stoner he's able to see things that other people aren't able to see. And I like how they kind of flip that on its head as far as, it's sort of like, sounds like what they're doing in the new Halloween video game, the upcoming game, is that they're doing like, you can smoke weed and it gives you certain perceptions. You have a better idea of where Michael is for some reason. And I think they're just like having fun with it. But literally in Cabin in the Woods, it is like Marty doesn't look at everything the way everyone else does. And I think because of the weed he smokes, I don't think he's affected by like the pheromones or whatever the chemicals that they're putting. Is that right, guys? I've only seen the movie twice, so you're gonna have to remind me. As I was talking about it, I'm like, oh yes, I think that's what happened. Since he's a pothead, it's like canceling it out or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, it's Cabin in the Woods. Not much makes sense in Cabin in the Woods. So okay, where did Marty ends up in You're My Hero? I love seeing so many great final guys up here at the top of the list, the tier maker list. And coming up next, guys, I know I don't expect this guy to be anywhere near the top. I love this movie, The Ritual. I think it's from 2018. And this is Luke is the name of this character. If you've seen the movie, you know that Luke goes through quite a bit. I don't want to say anything about the movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. I'm just going to get the timer going so you guys can vote. This is Luke from The Ritual. I watched this movie a couple years ago while on a camping trip, and it was amazing because it's about these guys that are going backpacking. They're taking this huge hike. Essentially, like, it's something that they do every year as a group of friends, and that's all I will say. It is, I can say this. It's folklore horror, which I really, really dig, and I think they do a really good job of it here in The Ritual. It was unreal to watch it on a camping trip outside. Like I wasn't in a tent. So to be able to look up and like see the stars and everything and the trees and, especially given the subject matter of the movie, it was pretty awesome. Okay. I'm going to jump back over, see what you guys are saying about meow. Let's see here. It's true. Yeah, I'll give him I'll let him slide. I'll let it slide because of the Armageddon. Yeah. He causes all his friends and families to die because he's too much of a puss to sacrifice himself. But isn't it all done? They're like, fuck it. Like, if this is where we've gotten to in our humanity, where this is necessary to keep things going, then why don't we just, why not just have a fresh start and let some other folks have a crack at it? That's what I figured was like the point of that, right? It was sort of like a fuck you to just like, living in the status quo. Or keeping up with the status quo. Okay, there we go. Luke from The Ritual is in Close But No Cigar. I will take that because I have not seen many people talk about this movie. I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to be Who Are You Again? I, wouldn't have been surprised, wouldn't have been mad. But yeah, guys, if you've not seen The Ritual, I highly recommend it. And I think it's fitting that he is where he's at, for sure. Yeah. So coming up next, guys, we've got, I think it's Kazan. Paul was talking about this character before. Paul was like, I was like, Paul, have you been going through my computer? You've been checking out my files. This is Kazan from Cube. I'm going to start the voting now. You have 90 seconds. Man, I haven't seen Cube in forever. It's been one time that I've seen it. I really enjoyed it. As I was like reading about it to be like, who's this guy again? I'm like, okay. And I looked up some pictures, saw multiple shots of him. I'm like, okay, I remember this character. This was back in the day, this is maybe one of the early, well, not like early, but maybe, Cube was kind of cool because it was like this horror movie that must have had a small theatrical run. It got word of mouth just picked up when it came out on video and everything like that. And it was like this movie, like, oh my gosh, have you seen Cube? And it was like, oh, I haven't even heard of this movie. And then you pop it in and it's this really cool mind fuck kind of idea. There's like a little bit of a kind of a sci-fi element in there. But we've got our character here, Kazan, who's kind of like your, I'm just going to say it as plainly as possible. I hope it doesn't offend anyone. This is your autism as a superpower character. And I know that, nowadays it's become one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, like Hollywood's got to stop doing this. It's just, it seems like we only see certain characters portrayed in like a couple very different, stark manners. And honestly, I haven't seen the movie in so long, so I don't remember much about Kazan. There's so many friggin' rooms in this Cube movie and so much wild shit that happens. I've got to give it a fresh watch because it's probably been about 30 years. And guys, that is voting finished on Kazan, who ends up in Close But No Cigar. And then coming up next, we got our guy, recent arrestee, Shia LaBeouf. How about it? Kale. Can you believe his name's Kale in Disturbia? Kale. Now, I'm not saying that's not like, whatever. I get it. Sometimes I'm like, it's funny when a movie character, like I know people name children unconventional things all the time. I have nothing wrong with unconventional names. I have a terribly boring conventional name, way too conventional. But Kale, okay. All right, 88 seconds for Kale from Disturbia. I actually dig this movie quite a bit. I'm a big Rear Window guy. It's one of my favorite Hitchcocks. So if you're going to do something that reminds me of Rear Window, I'm going to dig it. So like What Lies Beneath has a little bit of that action going on. Disturbia is basically a remake of Rear Window. Kind of like Fright Night is like a remake of Rear Window as well. But yeah, I remember digging this movie at the time for what it was. Little PG-13 thriller horror, that would have been funny if that was Jamie Lee Curtis there. I think Sigourney's probably like, don't get me wrong, I think Sigourney probably has a better sense of comedic timing and a better sense of humor. I think. That's what I would imagine. Yeah. Well, thank you for kicking it with us here, Jigsaw. We do appreciate it. Let's see here. Saw Cube in the theater. It did have a small run. Yeah, and I didn't even hear about it till it was video. Where I grew up, there was like, you weren't going to see any small run. I remember like hoping against hope that I would get, or that we would get the Mystery Science Theater movie in my hometown. I knew we weren't, but I was checking that paper, man. Checking that paper every week to see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Kale. As a nickname, okay. Like, and it's even like Kyle. God, could you imagine, Jamie? What if David Lynch did a Superman movie with Kyle MacLachlan as Superman? Could you like imagine David Lynch's Superman? That would be wild. Just recast it with cast members from Twin Peaks. That would be incredible. Okay, coming up next, guys, we got John Strode from H2O. Good old Josh Hartnett. I am really warming up to John Strode lately as a character. It doesn't mean that H2O, I still got my bones to pick with it, but I like John Strode. So let's get that voting going. Got about 80 seconds to vote on John Strode. He's starting out in You're My Hero. Guys, Kale from Disturbia, You're My Hero caliber. How about it? Oh my goodness. I am sort of surprised. And John just keeps on climbing up the list. All right, let's see what else happens here. See, I knew there was a second one. I had no idea there was a third one. Is it a remake? Is it an actual third part in the trilogy? I don't even know. We got Aaron Click in the house. What's happening, Aaron? Welcome on in. Great to see you. What a Strode. Wouldn't it be crazy? You could just cast like, what's her name? Lara Flynn Boyle as Lois Lane. The guy from Eraserhead, he can be Pa Kent, right? Oh my gosh. You could take either the big bad guy that owns the hotel and the casino or his creepy small brother. You can make either one of those guys Lex Luthor. Either guy from Tony from the West Side Story, which still blows my mind that that's the same guy. Absolutely incredible. Or the guy from Warriors. Which one do you want to have as Lex Luthor? Sorry. Yeah, well, he's John Strode. Sorry, guys. I guess he's what's her name again? She's got a fake name. I'm calling him John Strode, but yes, you're right. It is John Strode in Halloween 6. It's true. Because John, the Strode, him and his wife were named after Carpenter and Hill. So it's John Strode, Deborah Strode. But I believe John's last name, because John Tate, John Strode, I don't know. I'm always going to think of him as John Strode, even though you're absolutely right. The Oct. Yeah, and Ben's probably making fun of me because of it. Who else is making fun of me about it? Come on. South Korean remake of Cube. I bet that's fucking hardcore. Josh is hot despite that haircut. Well, it's the JBF hair, right? Yeah, so it looks like he's been getting it on. You know what I mean? She did, yes. Yeah. You guys were quicker on it than I was. Absolutely. I know he's technically John Tate. I just think of her as Laurie Strode. So sue me. I am a fake horror fan. Davey Deathray is terrible. All right. Jim from The Hitcher. How about it? Where's Jim from The Hitcher going to end up here? I've only seen The Hitcher, twice? I watched it for the first time a couple years ago. Really good shit. Really tense. A very tense movie. I've not seen the remake. I don't know if it's, I know it's got Sean Bean in it. I don't know who else is in that remake though. I don't know. Let me know. Is it worth watching? You guys in the chat, or you guys that are watching after the fact? Is it worth watching? You mean the one? Well, and it's funny that you said that, because I think C. Thomas Howell kind of looks like Jim Carrey, Aaron. And C. Thomas Howell is on the screen right now, but I know you're talking. Yeah, the John Tate haircut's not too far. Not too far from the car. Yeah, the OG is good, man. It's gritty and dirty. Remake sucks balls, says Sean G. All right. Oh, Jamie, you saw everything in the theater. It's not good, but it looks great. Are there at least hot people in it? Sophia Bush from One Tree Hill is in the remake. I never saw that show. I know that name. I have no idea who this, what this person looks like. All right, we got less than 10 seconds left for Jim from The Hitcher. Where is he gonna wind up? Oh, there we go. All right, so Jim from The Hitcher. And John Tate is in You're My Hero, guys. I just wanted to let you know. And Jim from The Hitcher is in You're My Hero as well. Now, he doesn't save Jennifer Jason Leigh, unfortunately, but he does do what has to be done. It's man, The Hitcher is an interesting sort of rite of passage kind of movie. It's a different one for sure. And then what we got coming up here, guys, is this is Jim from 28 years, 28 days later. I almost said the wrong movie. All right, here we go. Cillian Murphy, because I call him Cillian way too many times. He's a silly guy. Cillian Murphy as Jim from 28 Days Later. You have 90 seconds to vote right now. Who's going to be voting with their squishy parts? No, I'm just joking. He is a great final guy. I mean, he delivers in the most, the utmost of ways, I will say. Let's see. I voted Jim to be close, but no cigar. Do you guys like that song, No Cigar, from Millencolin? Look at that hottie with the ocean eyes. I know. And anytime there was like, oh, yeah, this is the picture to use, with Chad Michael Murray, I was like, oh, he looks so tough. The girls are going to love that. George Clooney, that was, these are, I guess, based picks is what you could say. I know who my audience is. Hey guys, if you're watching and you have not hit the like button yet, feel free to click that thing. I know it's late night on a Friday. I know people are jumping all around and who knows who the heck is streaming right now. So even if you can only hang out for a few minutes, why not hit the like button, subscribe, all that good kind of stuff. Hit the notification bell. If you're watching after the fact, we're about an hour in. You are a total rock star. Jump into the comments down below. Let me know your feelings on some of these final boys. I mean, final guys. Sorry. Gosh. Some of them are men. Some of them are boys. We're going to get to a boy or two later on here. All right. Jim from 28 Days Later is right there in fourth place of You're My Hero. Guys, 56% of the contestants so far have reached that top category. You guys got a lot of love. A lot of love for these final guys. All right, here's a big one. And I don't know how I feel about where I would put this character because every time I'm going to start the timer. This is Jesse from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. 90 seconds. I think the performance is really good here from Mark Patton. The lore for Freddy is very confusing, and I mean very confusing in that they sort of like kind of restart with like the rules and, so maybe not the lore, but just I guess it is part of the lore because it's like Freddy's powers and stuff. They just kind of write their own book in Freddy's Revenge. And I don't like a lot of it doesn't, the more I watch that movie, I'm like, this makes no sense to me. I don't understand. Like Freddy can just make people do things when they're not asleep now. So like, he could just do whatever he wants whenever. So it's not about nightmares anymore. It's just bizarre. But I love Mark Patton's performance, and I really feel for Jesse as a character. I still think his girlfriend Lisa is the hero here. Like he is the final guy. He makes it in the end. But really he just kind of runs around and like cries, and then his girlfriend like kisses gross ass Freddy to save his life. So it's like Lisa really is the true hero here. But let's see where he ends up because, guys, it's back and forth right now between You're My Hero and Bottom of the Barrel. They have the same amount of votes. Oh my, is this really going to be like modern horror discourse? Like it's either the worst or the best? Is that what we're going to get here? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Holy crap, guys. I got to put a pause on it here. We got Fool from The People Under the Stairs coming up. Wow. So Jesse ends up in the worst. Just look at this, guys. 5, this is the worst. 4, You're My Heroes. 1 more You're My Hero, and that would have tipped it because he's got 2 votes in Close But No Cigar and 2 votes in Lucky to Be Alive. So that would have tipped him if it was a tie between the top and the bottom. That is wild to me. I'm not going to say anything about it because I did make my gripes about the character, so I can't hate on you guys for doing that. I really can't. Lisa saves his ass. So, all right, let's go ahead and keep this rolling. This is Fool from The People Under the Stairs, another movie that is on my watch list, guys. Another movie I'm looking to check out here very, very soon. Let's see here. You know what? I'll say this. If Ben jumps into a chat and I'm there, Ben and Aaron, I don't know why. I have to click live chat. If I leave it on top chat, they won't pop in. So maybe that is a setting that they have over there on their profiles, because no matter what chat it is that I jump in, if it's somebody else's stream, I have to click live chat to see them in there. And I'm like, oh man, like I'm always chatting with those guys. I think they're subscribers. They're hanging out, you know. Let's see what you guys. Shadow Band. There should be a band called Shadow Band. Oh, Ryan, you owe Jamie money now. That's $5. $5. What are we talking about? What did I miss here? Oh my gosh, you guys are talking dirty talk. Aaron and Tia. Yeah, it's dude the same. It happens everywhere. Oh, there we go. Fool from People Under the Stairs. That one is all finished up, and Fool ends up in Close But No Cigar. Pretty all right. Pretty all right for the youngster, I will say. I got to watch that movie. I can't really speak to it at all, but I've heard so many good things about that movie. So very much looking forward to checking it out and really diving in. What's happening, Lily? Welcome on in. More people over on Twitch. I'm relatively new to Twitch. I just figured, why the hell not go over there? I talk a lot of horror movies and stuff like that. So yeah, welcome on in. A little bit different than what you're probably used to seeing on Twitch. Yeah, you guys got to hit live chat. You do have to hit live chat. Yes. That'll do it. All right. Hey, Deadite. All right. I like Deadites. Okay, guys, let's keep things rolling here. I just wanted to make sure I was all caught up with you guys here. Finney from the original Black Phone. I think Finney's pretty awesome. I thought the original Black Phone was a lot of fun. Good looking movie, good soundtrack, good score, all that kind of stuff. I like the story. You know, maybe nothing like, oh my God, like I've never seen anything like that before, but I thought it was very, very well done. And I really loved the time period that it was in and everything like that. I thought they captured that feel. It just felt like, you know, that late 70s, early 80s kind of vibe. Man, the sequel to the Black Phone just felt like, I don't know, it just felt so unnecessary and forced. I was kind of bummed out. It doesn't lessen the first movie for me. But, you know, now we got to talk about the sequel whenever we talk about the original. It's just how it goes. That's just the way it is, you know? Yeah, I mean, there are things about the sequel, like technical things. Like, the movie looks really good. I think the soundtrack is awesome. I think it's Scott Derrickson's son that did the soundtrack, and he captures the feel of the music from the first movie, so I thought that was cool. I just don't understand, like, changing the whole, like, MO of the grabber. Like, the grabber is a totally different, goes about things totally different in Black Phone 2, but we find out that those are, like, his old ways of doing things, so at some point he changed his MO, which I don't think it's impossible. It's just not like something that usually happens in the, you know, they're trying to build kind of a real world kind of feel in that movie. And then the retcon, I won't say it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen it, but there's a piece of info in the first movie that gets retconned a little bit in the second movie. And I thought that was a bummer. Wasn't too into that. It kind of does feel a little bit like a video game. Yeah. Yeah. There's some cool scenes. But it's long, man. It's long and it feels like it. To me, I was like, looking at my watch, what the hell's going on here? Okay, guys, this is Doug from The Hills Have Eyes, the remake. What is it, 06? 07? 06 remake, I think? Maybe it is 07. You guys let me know in the chat. This is Doug from The Hills Have Eyes remake. Another movie I've not seen. I have not seen any of the Hills Have Eyes movies. It's true. It's true. We got Hollywood Lido hanging out with us. What's happening, Lido? Great to see you, bud. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I don't know. Did she fall asleep? She might have fallen asleep. Cosmic Urgency says another cutie. Are you talking about this guy or are you talking about Doug? Doug. Oh my gosh, what is StreamYard doing here? Yeah, that's what I've heard, Jamie. I've heard it is intensely hardcore. I mean, both versions, right? But I would imagine what the remake was Alexander Aja. Aha. I don't know if he pronounced. I would imagine he doesn't pronounce the J. The J is silent. We got Mark from Tales from the Shelf jumping on in. What's happening, Mark? Great to see ya. Welcome on in. All right, guys, 15 seconds left here on Doug. All right. Okay. I think this is Cooper from Dog Soldiers coming up. Cooper, is that the name? Where did Doug land? Where is he? Where are you at, Doug? Where we got you? We got Doug. Oh my gosh, 4th place. Oh shit. He pushed Jim from 28 days later to 5th place. Oh my gosh. Is the world ever going to be right again? We'll see. But okay, let's keep it rolling. We've got about 15 more of these guys. This is Cooper from Dog Soldiers. Yeah, I haven't seen Dog Soldiers since 2003. I was living in Bozeman, Montana. I can't remember the name of the video store that we went to. You know, there was the big like Hastings. They had a bunch of cool shit like for sale and for rental at the time. But there was a smaller video store and it had stuff like, you know, like I rented Cannibal Holocaust from there, like for the first time, you know. That was like the stage of my life, my early 20s, where I was like, fuck it, I'll watch these crazy fucked up movies. And then now I'm like, they kind of freak me out. Like I waited years to watch The Last House on the Left. I had to watch it with a couple friends because I was like, I don't want to watch this movie alone. Never could ever put on I Spit on Your Grave. Like I burned a copy for myself years ago, could never put it on. Anyways, 2003, Bozeman, Montana. My buddies and I go in there. We're checking out movies, and one of the nights we rented Dog Soldiers. It was like just released on DVD, I think at the time, or, you know, I had never heard of it. And it said something about being similar to like The Evil Dead. But that was all we needed. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it, but I haven't seen it since then. So it's been 23 years. 23 years. Holy cow. 5 seconds left here for Cooper from Dog Soldiers. Let's see where we got him. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. I think this is Cole from The Babysitter coming up. I've not seen any of the Babysitter movies. But Cooper, where we got you, Coops? Cooper's in You're My Hero. Oh man, there is a lot of Dog Soldier love here. I can't remember like what happens to who in that movie. As far as Neil Marshall goes, I've watched The Descent like over and over and over again. I need to go back and give Dog Soldiers another watch. I really do. Because I just remember it being like a, you know, bunker movie, essentially, with a lot of blood and stand-up werewolves. Those are stand-up werewolves, you know? So there we go. Cooper is in You're My Hero. I'm starting to get that feeling. Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling that it does deserve some, like, I need to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I need to not pay respect to it, but I need to do something, you know what I mean? I can't think of the word right now. Jamie, you're going to have to tell me what I'm trying to say. That it's gotten to the point now where I'm just asking the mods, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, you know what I mean? Once it gets to that point, it's like, all right, it's almost like I've never watched it. I can remember the feeling I had when I watched it, but I don't remember the story. First Babysitter is fun as hell, Davey. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get, and then Aaron's like, the second one sucks so bad. Yes, I need to pay some homage to it. There we go. I need to give it we need to give Dog Soldiers its flowers, right? That's what the kids are saying. I think, no, you're cool. You're totally cool. I'll shoulder all the blame on that one there, Jamie. Okay, so I got to put the babysitter in my watch list. Okay, I'm going to get this rolling. This is Cole from The Babysitter, which I'm going to put in my watch list. Whoop, smacking the mic around here. The Babysitter from 2017, not the Alicia Silverstone Babysitter from 1995, which looks good for a totally different reason. When Cole stays up past his bedtime, he discovers that his hot babysitter is part of a satanic cult that will stop at nothing to keep him quiet. All right, that sounds like fun. Please tell me it's a better Satan cult movie than Black Candles. Like, please tell me there's more stuff going on in it than Black Candles. Yeah, Kohl's. We're going to go shop at Kohl's. It is C-O-L-E, though. But I like that you put it that way, Tia. I like that. Guys, if you're watching and you're having fun right now, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Yeah, if you're watching after the fact, feel free to drop a comment, hit the hype button. Let's have some fun. Let's keep the conversation going. And we got 22 seconds left to vote on Cole. The directing on The Babysitter is awful. It could have been great if directed in a Sam Raimi or Peter Jackson way. So you want a more active camera, right? Let's throw that camera around. Yeah, well, man, I want to see a remake. Black Candles remake. Guys, the artwork, don't be fooled. The artwork to Black Candles is amazing. Do not be fooled. Enter at your own risk. Know that if you are watching Black Candles, there's not going to be much of a plot. It's going to be mostly other things, very European things. David, you're all right. You are all right. There's a link pinned in the chat if you guys want to vote along. No worries if you haven't been able to vote so far. Where did Cole end up from? Cole from The Babysitter is down in, who are you again? Who the fuck is this guy? All right, let's get things going here with Chris from Get Out. Chris from Get Out. I still need to, I have not caught up on any of the Jordan Peele movies. I haven't seen any Jordan Peele movies. I haven't seen any Ari Aster movies, guys. There's got to be another director I haven't seen yet either. Maybe not. Maybe not. Those two guys, though, haven't seen any of their movies. All right, and Chris is in You're My Hero. He is climbing up the list. Oh, my God, he pushed out. Cillian Murphy is now pushed out of the top 5. See ya, Jim, from 28 Days Later. Peace. Now in number 4, pushing Doug to the 5th spot. Wowzers. Yes, I just said wowzers. I'm a fan of Inspector Gadget. Leave me alone about it. Are the black candles scented? I don't think they are. There are actual black candles in the movie, though. So I'm going to give them points for that. Yeah, they smell like big old 80s European bush. Swords and goats. Dude. Swords and goats. Oh my God. Let's start a band. Call the band Black Candles. First album is called They Smell Like Sex. Second album, first EP is Swords and Goats. Swords and Goats. Oh my gosh. Hey, what's happening, Matt? Welcome on in, man. Great to see ya. Great to see ya. David says I haven't seen any of these movies, and guys, I'm like so finding so much entertainment with you guys. I'm off my game here. I'm gonna pause that. We got McCready and Childs. Their package deal. We don't know if one of them's the thing, both of them, neither one. We know they're both our final guys. Either way. So that's up next for a vote. But where did Duder end up here? Oh, Chris from Get Out is in the number 4 spot. That is high praise. That is some high praise. All right, let's keep things rolling with McCready and Childs from John Carpenter's The Thing. 65 seconds left to vote on that bad boy right there. Ooh, half Swedish. I did not know that. There's nothing, man. I just like, it's like English for me. English, Irish, a smidge of Cherokee, and then a smidge of like, a whole bunch of Eastern European, this, that, whatever. Like, I mean, just random. I wish I could find out something cool. Like, hey man, you're 40% this. I don't have, there's not one culture that I can really like anchor myself to. I guess I could go Irish because my last name's Conway. So I guess I could err on the side of Irish. But I gotta see Midsommar. I mean, I should watch all the Ari Aster movies just so, like any of these other movies I've been watching, I want to be able to talk about them. Like we watched Final Exam and Killer Workout last night in the Discord. Neither one of them were good, but now I can talk about Final Exam and Killer Workout. And more importantly, Final Exam celebrates 45 years this year. I've heard other people talk about it. It had qualities to it that I enjoyed. I just didn't enjoy the full movie or anything. I did check out They Will Kill You, Lido. Yes, I enjoyed it. It's probably a single serve for me. But if I were like hanging out and a bunch of people hadn't seen it and they're like, oh, what, should we watch this? Is it fun? I'd be like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a blast. Like the Raimi style, like Raimi and Peter Jackson. I definitely pick up on that. I think that was Cosmic Urgency that was just talking about wanting that element in The Babysitter. But yeah, I thought They Will Kill You was pretty fun. It felt like it kind of lost a little bit of its steam, but man, hour and 35 minutes or whatever, I had a total blast with it. I don't need every movie to be like high art, to enjoy. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this rolling on Charlie Brewster from Fright Night. Gosh, I wonder where this guy's going to end up. I feel like everyone's got a soft spot for Charlie Brewster. The love for Fright Night is so real. I love the love for Fright Night and the love for The Lost Boys. I enjoy both of those movies, but I haven't reached like the fever pitch that a lot of people, have gotten with these two movies. But yeah, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I would say meh plus. I'd like. Compared to Ready or Not 2, I thought it was way better. They're very similar kind of movies, and I enjoyed They Will Kill You a lot more. But not to say that it's a 4-star movie or anything like that. I have not heard that this is true, Billy. I don't know about that. I don't think John Carpenter's ever going to confirm that. Is he? 6% Viking. Hey, that's enough. That is enough. Scottish and Swedish, the two S's. Yeah, I need to see Death Spot. And what's funny is in Killer Workout, there's a spot where like these guys or this group of kids are spray painting on the gym, on the outside of the gym, because there have been some deaths that have been happening there. And the gym stays open, guys. The gym stays open. But they spray paint Death Spa on there, and it's a couple years before the movie Death Spa came out. So look at that. They were on the cutting edge. Okay, Charlie Brewster. Oh my gosh. I couldn't have predicted this, guys. Wow. We got a vampire group in here, don't we? We got vamp fans in here 100%, because Charlie Brewster, Michael from The Lost Boys, and Seth Gecko are the 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, y'all are vampire fans. This is how I do like market research on what to talk about next, guys. It's a sneak kind of move. So now I know that you guys want to talk about vampire movies. Let's fucking do it. Let's rank those bitches next. How about it? And when I say bitches, I mean the movies. Come on. Okay. Let's see who we've got next. I'm going to catch up with the chat once we get going on this one. This is, what the hell is this character's name? Casey from The Faculty. This is Elijah Wood's character from The Faculty. No, that is not what Davey Deathray looked like in 1998, but it kind of is. All right. There we go. That is rolling. Elijah Wood's Casey from The Faculty. You're so cool, Brewster. The way that line is delivered is amazing. Like, that delivery is what, whenever I think of Fright Night, that's what I think of. Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting some more layers. I got a movie that looked pretty cool. First act was the best act, I think I'll say. Because like as everything's unfolding and you're like taking in the style and the awesome fight choreography and the way they shoot the fights and everything, particularly the first fight where they like took the music out for a big chunk and you just got to like experience all the craziness of it. Like I really dug that. The first act, like first half of the movie, I thought was so much fun. When they start crawling through the tunnels, I was like, oh, why does this feel like a Wes Anderson movie all of a sudden? But I like in an awesome way. I was like, I like all these little style points. They're not taking story points from a bunch of movies really, but a bunch of style little things that I really, really dug about it. But yeah, I think I gave it like 3 stars, something like that. 3 stars, Ready or Not 2 is like 2.5. I know, right? All right, Casey from The Faculty ends up in... Where is he? Well, he's not the worst. Where did I miss him here? Oh, he's right there in You're My Hero. All right, you guys got a lot of love for Casey from The Faculty. Now, this one's just kind of for fun, guys, because, you know, Jaws is my favorite movie of all time. Deep Blue Sea is probably my second favorite shark movie. Maybe Jaws too. But it's Deep Blue Sea is so much fun. It's like aliens with sharks, right? So that's kind of what it reminds me of. You know, Michael Rappaport is here, Stellan Skarsgård, Samuel L. Jackson in a like very famous role of his. And coming up here, we've got Preacher and Carter and Preacher from Deep Blue Sea, LL Cool J and Thomas Jane's characters that live through all the craziness of this really fun shark movie. And I gotta say, guys, I got a real kick out of this. I was so happy that LL actually got real screen time because H2O gives him a little bit. And yeah, he's like your typical like super, you know, super devout Christian black guy that's also a cook. It kind of feels like a stereotype in a way. It's like, I love the way he plays the character. I don't like, sometimes you don't care, you know, because you're like the charisma that I'm getting. I just think like his performance is better here than H2O, but don't get me wrong. He's got really good moments in H2O as well. I just like that he has more to do here. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys are into the vamps. The chicks dig the vamps. 30 seconds left to vote for Carter and Preacher. Yes, I was fortunate enough to see Sinners during the press screening, and then I saw it a couple more times. I really enjoyed that movie. I really enjoyed that one. No final guy in that one. Yeah, no final guy, unfortunately. Let's see here. Faculty is almost pretty much a teen version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That is true. Yeah, there's that thing scene. I know exactly what you're talking about, where they have to basically do the drugs to prove that they're the drugs that dehydrate you, to prove that you're not the alien that needs so much water. Okay, guys, another duo. We've had a few duos here. Hooper and Chief Brody from Jaws. I mean, if you can't trust these guys, yeah, Hooper doesn't do much to, you know, he doesn't do anything to kill the shark, that's for sure. But without Hooper, they would have been pretty ill-equipped, I think, for most of the hunt. He provides quite a bit of assistance, you know, and he technically lives through it. So I got to throw him in there. But Brody really is the final guy. But we'll let Hooper share a little bit of that space here. Just a little bit. Yeah, I saw that one in the theater. I think it was opening night. Yeah. I want to suck your blood. You know what? You're so right. You are so right, Jeff. What about Peter Washington from Dawn of the Dead? Guys, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad that I did not include Peter from Dawn of the Dead. Here's how I will rewrite history, Jeff. Peter's not on the list because he is in goated You're My Hero status. So he doesn't even require a vote. I christened him before the live stream tonight to secure that spot for him. So there you go. Peter Washington from Dawn of the Dead, 1978 is in You're My Hero. And here we go. Hooper and Brody closing out. I'm going to put a pause on things real quick. They are in third place. So, all right. You know, Jaws is kind of a vampire. He does drink blood. Yeah. Wow. I'm surprised, guys. I knew they were going to work in that category somewhere. I'm surprised to see them up at the third spot. I love it. And Carter and Preacher, they're in You're My Hero as well. You guys got a lot of love. A lot of love here. Now, this guy from Loved Ones, Brent from the Loved Ones. I know Paul was talking about this one early on. Yeah. It reminds me of like snorting pixie sticks in middle school, which you could get in trouble for in my school. That's how wild stuff was. Yeah, I always thought of it as like aliens with sharks, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. They are messing, genetically messing with these sharks, and yeah, the dinosaurs weren't getting smart, but they don't need to be because they got brute force. And then, man, you make sharks smart, you're fucked. I don't know what intelligence has to do with being able to swim backwards, but they learned how to do that too. Large melon breasts, two tumultuous legs. I don't think he knows what tumultuous means. A lot of vampire guys are really hot. It's true. The vampire chicks are too. But usually, right, we see vampires that are, I would say, they're usually men in film. Maybe it's a little 50-50. But traditionally, yeah. All right, let's see here. The guy who delivered the "You Are So Cool, Brewster" line became an adult star. Wow. Production company who did early Fright Nights were from the Menendez. Oh shit. Okay. That little factoid's been brought up a couple times and I never remember it. I never remember that those two things are connected. Sorry guys, I'm going to pause really quick. Who was even next? I have officially Brent from the Loved Ones is in You're My Hero. I still need to see it. Try not to spoil everything. I'm guessing he makes it. And then coming up right now, guys, we have Bill from Society. I really wanted to like this movie, Society. I had a tough time with this one. Great practical effects. Like the effects are amazing. I like the social commentary and everything. It's just like, it's a little listless. It just feels like it meanders a lot. And I wanted it to be a bit more, I don't know, like I felt like this movie's all over the place. And really, they're just like trying to make one singular point. It felt like it took a while to get there. I just didn't feel like there was much going on in the story. But man, the practical effects, worth watching the movie once just to see how crazy this shit gets. Because it's fucking wild. Like, it is wild, the effects. All right. Oh yeah, he becomes a buddy guy in the future. You're right. There is a final guy in Sinners. Why? How come that wasn't when I looked all these guys up? How come that didn't pop up? And Peter, yeah, Peter he's in the Hall of Fame. I guess Buddy Guy's in the Hall of Fame too. No, you guys are right. No, I'm blowing it. I'm blowing it. And like in Day of the Dead, there's two guys that make it, right? This is what happens when you try to work a regular job and do this kind of stuff and all of that. Matt says the first time I watched Society, I was on strong acid. I do not recommend. Holy shit. Yeah. I've never done acid, so I can't even imagine. But I've dabbled with shrooms. They're pretty wild. Pretty wild. Let's see. Where are we at now, guys? Okay, so the last one was somebody from something. It was Bill from Society. This guy is the worst. Right there with Jesse from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. And then we got this guy from Wolf Creek, whose name totally escapes me. What is this guy's name? It is where the heck did he? Ben from Wolf Creek. All right, guys, there you go. I've never seen any, like, are there more than one Wolf Creek movie? Wolf Creek and Wrong Turn, I get confused all the time. all of the time. I saw Society in the theater. It was an experience, I bet. Yeah, the last like 10 or 15 minutes are probably the best part of the movie. But yeah, I would say if you have not seen Society, you should definitely watch it if you're a horror fan. No one from the Leprechaun franchise made it through this one. Although in Leprechaun 3, there's a final guy. Wolf turn. Yep. Wrong creek. Wolf turn, wrong creek. I mean, shit. I could see a movie called Wolf Turn being a horror movie, and I could see Wrong Creek being one as well. It's all true. It's all true. Oh, let's see what we got here. 28 people watching. Holy cow. Thank you guys so very much. Hopefully you've hit that like button. Hopefully you're subscribed. If you're not already, if you hit that as well. We got less than 10 seconds left to vote for Ben from Wolf Creek. Or is it Wrong Turn? I don't know. Ben looks like he's having a rough day here in that picture. All right, there we go. Ben from Wolf Creek ends up in... Who are you again? And I have the feeling maybe this guy will earn that status as well, because this is Duder from Escape Room. His name is something that totally escapes me. But there you go. I'm going to open up the voting. I'll get the name here in just a sec. This is... Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Well, I don't know. His name is something. Sorry, guys. I'm just still looking for it. Oh, Ben. It's another Ben. This was all a comedy routine. Cody from Leprechaun 2. You know what? I erased Leprechaun 2 from my memory bank because it hurt me. It was so bad. But I love Leprechaun 3. Wrong Creek sounds like a movie Dawson would make. Too soon. No, I'm just joking. Wolf Creek and the sequel TV series too. But there's so there's 2 movies and a TV show. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, a lot of Bens going on. There's a Ben in the chat. We've had 2 Bens, during this whole thingamajig. And you know what? Cosmic Urgency is right. Escape Room is a Cube knockoff. Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. I couldn't remember which one is based on the guy from Australia. Because I mean, I've read about and watched podcasts on the guy that it's based off of. I can't remember his name. Mick something. Horrific shit. Okay, I'm gonna pause because Ash is coming up next. Holy cow, look out. Gosh, we've only got 4 more. 4 more beers. Okay, so where did the other Ben? The other Ben goes in. Who are you again? No one knows who these Ben guys are. No one, but everyone knows who Ben Grimm is. All right, guys. Ash Williams from the Evil Dead franchise. Where's he going? You have 88 seconds to decide. Yeah, does he show up at the very end or something? I don't remember him doing much in Psycho, Sam Loomis. I mean, I guess you could say Dr. Loomis from Halloween. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of guys, but it's more of a final girl situation. Just because someone is a guy and they live through the movie doesn't automatically get them status. But Peter from Dawn of the Dead should have been in here. John and is it Billy from Day of the Dead? They should have been in here. Duder from Sinners. Buddy guy. Yeah, Ash is number 1. Number 1 easy. Yeah. For me, if I were to put him, if I, could pick the spot, that's where I'd put him. Nothing against Charlie Brewster. I just think Ash is the shit, and here he is. He's in 3rd place right now. What's it gonna be? 10 seconds left to vote for Ash Williams. Right now, he's in 3rd place. 2nd place. Oh, and he is in 1st. Ash Williams, in dramatic fashion, right at the end, ends up snatching the #1 spot. Holy cow. Holy cow. And then we've got, what is his name? I had it just on the tip of my tongue from The Collector. We've got him coming up. Arkin. I like that name. Here we go. Arkin from The Collector. Now, I've only seen the first movie. I have not seen the second one. Arkin's pretty interesting. He's not necessarily like, I mean, he's our good guy, but he's not a good guy, if that makes any sense. This movie's wild. There's some crazy stuff in it that really doesn't make sense, as far as like, I don't know if scenes got edited out and then the movie doesn't make as much sense, but there's like, a minute or two before they walk into the room, it's totally fine, and then they walk into it and it's like somebody spent all day setting up traps, like just like that. So it's kind of a wild movie, but it's got style, man. The Collector is fucking hardcore. Creepy villain. Yeah. Well, there's only 2 so far. So there's just The Collector, which is the first one, and then The Collection. And then they're putting together a third one, or so I've heard. Arkin is hot. Ooh, the ladies are just really feeling it. Liking the pics, I think. I'm a poser for this one. What, for having not seen The Collector? No. Oh, for Evil Dead. You're all good, Joe. There's no requirement that says you can't hang. You have to have seen this many Evil Dead movies to ride the ride. There's no nothing that says that. And here's the cool thing, man. Like, when you finally watch those movies, maybe there'll be a part of you where it's like nothing can live up to the hype, which I totally get. Because you see a movie like The Evil Dead for the first time, at the age that we're at, Joe. I feel like we're relatively close in age. It's not going to have the same impact as like, I saw it for the first time when I was like 16, and it just like, but whenever you get around to the Evil Dead movies, I hope there's something about them that you can enjoy. That's all I'll say. Hope there's something you can enjoy. We were looking for you. We were worried. Figured you just fell asleep. What can you do? Okay, guys, we're down to the last 2. We got Anton from Idle Hands and Andy Barclay from Child's Play. So what are we going to do? Anton from Idle Hands. Ash Williams Jr., pretty much. Should Devin Sawa play Ash? I don't know. Well, right away, Anton is starting off in the You're My Hero category. Let's see where he ends up. See if any of the voting kind of shuffles this stuff around. Gosh, 30 participants. You guys are amazing. We've had about 400 votes tonight. Thank you guys so much. It's true. Joe and I are going on an Evil Dead date to watch the movie in theaters. Guys, The Evil Dead is interesting because technically it came out in 1981. The premiere was October 15th, 1981 in Detroit, Michigan. The movie was called The Book of the Dead. It didn't, and then they changed the title. I don't know when the title got changed, but the movie didn't hit theaters. Like, it didn't go out on a run until April of 1983. So sometimes those dates get confused, and it's like, oh, the movie came out in April of 81. But yeah, technically it is a 1981 movie. I need to revisit Idle Hands, guys. I only saw it once when it came out on DVD or whatever the hell it was, and I took great offense to it because it felt like an Evil Dead 2 ripoff, and I was Mr. Elitist, gatekeeping, grumpy pants teenager for whatever reason, for no good reason. So there we go. Anton makes it into the You're My Hero category, coming up in the back part of that listing. And guys, 88 seconds to vote for Andy Barclay from Child's Play. Now, yeah, he does some stuff to help here. I'm including him here. Maybe it should have been Andy from Child's Play 2. Let's pretend this is Andy from Child's Play 2 because he does a lot more. He's not really a final guy in the first one. So let's just say, even though it's a picture from the first movie, I just like the picture. I like when they're both wearing the stripy stripes. So we are voting on Andy Barclay, specifically Child's Play 2. because that's when he's a final guy. Yeah, he doesn't do dick in the first one, other than, I don't know, take Chucky around so he can kill people. Lenny, you know what? Todd from The Burning popped up on a list, and I was like, I don't remember this guy at all, so I didn't include him. So that's my bad. Thank you for bringing him up, though. And dude, Tommy from Halloween 6. You're right. You're right, guys. There have been some blind spots. Perhaps the next time we do something like this, to make sure I'm not missing out on anything, perhaps I just do put a post up on the channel's community tab that's just like, hey guys, we're going to be ranking blankety blank. You know, let me know what your entries are. Right. And then, you know, some of these I wouldn't have missed because of that. Although, you know, Todd, I was like, who the fuck's Todd? So I didn't miss him. I purposely excluded him from the list. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. We'll get Sonic across the street before the movie. How about that? Oh, it's supposed to be a possessed mom. Interesting. I know they're doing like a remake of it. I think Finn Wolfhard is like producing or directing or something. He might just be producing. Joe loves Idle Hands, so I'm going to have to give it another watch. Oh, I love Seth Green. Yeah. Seth Green's pretty damn funny. Andy is a hero in my tier. All right. Dude, I love Andy Barclay. I love Child's Play. Big fan of that, especially like as a little kid. Let's see here. Oh, I did not know that. I'm happy that they got to wait for, you know, a bigger budget. I love that the first Child's Play movie feels like a gritty cop drama. And then the second movie just feels like your classic wild kind of horror movie, you know? Aren't they all peeping Toms in The Burning? I think they are. He's the camp counselor. All right. Oh my God, Taya. Oh, jeez. Oh, guys. Okay. Let's take, now that everyone's all finished up here in the voting, we've gone through all 38 of these final guys. Probably left 7 to 10 on the table because of my either just blind spots, straight up negating somebody, or whatever. I've got no excuses. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and go through it now we're not going to break down all 38 of these as far as like what their votes were, but I'll display it here on the screen so you guys can see what the total votes were as we go through. So in the You're My Hero category, we have 61% of our participants. That's amazing, guys. 61% of these final guys are like, you would shoot them a text or scream for them in a moment of need, and that's a beautiful thing. So we got Ash Williams there from The Evil Dead. Take a look at those stats. Very clean. Very, very clean. We got Charlie Brewster from Fright Night in second place there. Maybe even a little bit cleaner. Interesting. Maybe just because this one got more votes, although somebody put this guy as the worst. Well, that just hurts my feelings. And then moving on to our third place here, Michael and Sam from The Lost Boys there. Beautiful. So those are our top three, guys. Couple of vampire movies. And then we got Hooper and Brody from Jaws. Seth Gecko from Dusk Till Dawn. Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th. Childs and McCready from The Thing. Chris from Get Out. Doug from The Hills Have Eyes remake. Casey from The Faculty. Jim from 28 Days Later. Sean from Shaun of the Dead. Cooper from Dog Soldiers. John Tate from H2O. Andy Barclay from Child's Play 2. Anton from Idle Hands. Jim from The Hitcher. Marty from Cabin in the Woods. I'm just like exhausted now. Pat from The Green Room. Brent, right, from The Loved Ones. Carter and Preacher from Deep Blue Sea. Finney from The Black Phone. And bringing up the rear of the You're My Hero category, we have Kale. Kale from Disturbia. Now moving on over to Close But No Cigar, we've got Nick from the House of Wax remake, a movie that I quite enjoy. Luke from The Ritual, Mike from Phantasm, Fool from People Under the Stairs, Kazan from Cube, Paxton from Hostel. Those are our close but no cigars, representing 16% of the participants here. Lucky to be alive, Alex from Final Destination. I guess you're just lucky to be alive here. And then no, it's not Matthew Perry, guys. It is actually Arkin from The Collector there in Lucky to be Alive. And you know what? With everything The Collector throws at you, yeah, I guess anyone would be lucky to be alive. Who are you again? Representing, oh, sorry, guys. Lucky to be alive, just 5%. The few, you know, 5. This is the worst. This guy's the worst in Lucky to be Alive. The small, or the, you know, fewest amounts of, what am I trying to say here? Final guys in that category. 13% for Who Are You Again? We've got Mike from The Belko Experiment, Zeke from Jigsaw from the Book of Saw, Spiral from the Book of Saw. There was a movie called Jigsaw. Not my franchise, you can tell. Ben from Escape Room, followed by Ben from Wolf Creek, and Cole, C-O-L-E, Cole from The Babysitter in Who Are You Again? And then coming in at the very, very bottom of the barrel, we've got Bill from Society right there. And we've got Jesse from Freddy's Dead. So there you go. There. Let me see if I can zoom out here and give you guys like a look at the whole shebang. It's going to have to be zoomed out quite a bit. I don't know if it'll let me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, almost. Good God, y'all. Going backwards, Davey. Okay. There we go. Now you guys can see everything. You can see it all. I'll put it on Ash there so we can look at his winning stats. There we go. Let me catch up with you all here in the chat. Holy cow, 34 people hanging out here. You guys are amazing. I'm going to jet here in a few, but we're going to be watching a movie over on the Discord. If you want to join us, there's a link in the description below. You can join the Discord for free and come hang out with us and watch movies with us. Sometimes the movies are really fucked up. Sometimes they're boring. Sometimes they're great. You never know. Let's see here. Exactly. Kale chips. Okay, let me just catch up with you guys. I'll be right back saying good morning, everyone, and a good morning to you. Good morning to you. You must be across the pond. Great to see you too, Lido. Hope you have an awesome rest of your night. And yeah, feel free to come and hang out with us. Let's see what we're going to watch tonight over in the Discord, guys. So there's only been 7 votes. If you want to vote, you can go over to the Discord and pop into the polls channel to vote. The options are Queens of the Dead, Village of the Damned from 95, Body Parts, or Hellraiser Bloodline. And right now, Queens of the Dead is winning with 5 votes. So it looks like it's going to be it's Tina Romero's Queens of the Dead. So George Romero's daughter made a movie playing in the same sandbox that her dad essentially created. Have a good one, David. Take care, bud. Yeah, I think it's 6 a.m. out there. You know what? I watched the first few minutes. I said it at the beginning of the stream. I watched the first few minutes months back. Something happened. I wasn't able to finish the movie. And then now I'm just, I'm sort of like, I want to watch it with a bunch of people, but the beginning was cracking me up and it just looks to be totally wild. So, I don't know, drag culture and like that kind of stuff. Like I only know the most basic, like surface level kind of stuff. I've never done a deep dive or like been to, like a drag show or even like, I don't even think I've been to like a burlesque show. I've probably been to some things in Portland where like stuff like that happens, but I'm trying to remember if I ever was I'm going to this show. But in Portland, anything could happen almost anywhere. So like as somebody that doesn't have like any knowledge of it, I'm like, I just want a good zombie movie that's going to hopefully make me laugh, because it looks like that's what the movie's trying to do. Let's see here. The original Village of the Damned was a classic. Yeah, I've never seen the OG either, but some people have talked up the John Carpenter version. I'm going to bring it back on over here. How about that? I've heard people say some really good things about the 95 version, so that's why I've put it on my list. Tu Wong Fu, I've seen that, so that's my my knowledge of drag culture is Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, and RuPaul's music videos from the 90s. Like, it's pretty bad. So yeah, definitely not a world that I'm very aware of. 1 a.m. Linda, thank you so much for kicking it with us. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. I know it's really late out there on the East Coast, and I know some of y'all are night owls like myself. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. We don't always go this late, but I think on Fridays it kind of works out. Let people do their other streams earlier in the night, and then we get to, you know, be friggin', you know, have our minds in the gutter the whole time. We get Linda or Tia, Nina just saying all sorts of crazy stuff here about the final, guys. I like it. I like it. I used to go to drag bars all the time back in the day. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I just didn't have. My friends didn't want to bring me to those places. There's a drag queen Tubi movie called Slay about drag queens fighting vampires in a bar. That's what this movie looks like, but with zombies. Yeah, it looks very, very similar. So I guess we'll see what else is in there, what else Tina Romero has for us. Okay, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this one. I'm going to go over the super chats here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for helping us reach our super chat goal. We got Paul dropping a $5, Ryan with a $5, Jiggy with a $5, Jiggy with another $5, Sean G with a $5, and Ryan Michael with yet another $5 super chat. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for participating. Over 400 votes, or what, 391 votes, is that what it is? 408 votes is our final tally. That's awesome. Love seeing that. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know where it belongs. I've been trying to keep things clean in the chat over on Discord when we watch movies, but holy cow, it is a no holds barred watch party over there. So try to use the links for Discord provided here in the past. It tells me my iOS doesn't let me join. There's a way to do that. You might have to look it up, Aaron. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. But yeah, we had to make it 18 plus because, you know, we had somebody hanging out there that was underage, and it had just been brought up a couple times, like, I don't know if this is the right fit sort of thing. So yeah, we had to go 18 plus, and it's a good thing it happened before Black Candles. That's all I'll say. But yeah, if you guys, you could probably just Google. There is a workaround for it on the phone. Tablet's going to do the same thing. A computer's totally different. It's going to be a lot easier to get it set up through the computer. So iOS, there is going to be a trick for it. So just look it up. And yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this one. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm doing a 8 p.m. UK stream tomorrow. So I'll be back at noon my time. We're just going to do a chill hang, guys. It's just going to be a chill hang. And then I'm thinking getting into news at night tomorrow. Maybe I'll switch those things. There are some horror news stories that you guys are not going to want to miss out on. So, but I feel like a chill hang for the UK folks would be cool. Although at the same time, maybe it would be cool to have something to talk about. So whatever. What I'm going to do is I am just going to languish in, is that the right word? I'm going to languish in the, my inability to make a decision here. So I'm just going to be crippled with anxiety about it, and we'll figure it out later. We'll just figure it out later. Yeah, Matt, come on by. We've always got a seat for you right here. There you go. Always got a seat for you. Yeah, I mean, it's bad, but if you're going there for one thing in particular, you're probably going to have a good time. But then there are some things that pop up that sort of, well, at least for me, completely took that sort of enjoyment off the table. Okay, guys, this is going to wrap it up. I've floundered long enough. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you guys. So much love to the channel members, the Patreon members, the mods, really each and every single one of you guys. You are a beautiful, beautiful community. I love you all so very much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for voting. Thanks for participating. We're going to get into all sorts of more fun stuff. Next Wednesday, we're going to be figuring out what the best horror movie of every year from 1960 through 1979 is going to be. And then after all that, guys, we're going to have a big old bracket. We are going to face these fucking movies off. We are going to have the best horror movie from every year, 1960 to 2025, and talk about a no holds barred battle. It's going to be a cage match, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've got that in the works, and thank you guys so much for voting on the community poll about the deep dives. It looks like overwhelmingly you guys want me to jump on a live stream and do deep dives on films that I am ultra nerdy about, talking about everything, the behind the scenes, the this, that, the other thing, just really doing a nerdy deep dive. So we'll get into that down the road. And yeah, he is not telling the whole story. Have a great night, Lito. We'll catch up soon, bud. And yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. I'll be back twice tomorrow. That's what you get. That is what you get. So you guys know how we end these things around here, don't you? Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.